Hello, hello. All right, we're trying out a new audio approach. So I'm hoping that this works. Let me know if you can't hear me. But today we're going to dive into a Kriya that is specific for the throat center, for expression for truth, which I'll talk more about in a moment. But I wanted to kick us off today with some foundations that are really important to understand on your journey. And this is how I've built so much of SoulPod around some of these concepts. And so this is the science, the spirituality, the mechanics of change, of transformation, of moving from who it is that you have been into who it is that you want to be. And we all have that desire. There's this natural momentum to the universe for experience, for expansion. And that's natural. The trick, if there is a trick, is to hold that desire with a lot of care, but also loosely. So we hold our desires loosely. All right, I'm just going to admit this person. And then. So holding desire loosely is really, really important. But also clarity of desire, of the direction that you want to go is also very important. So those two kind of come together in some really, really deep ways. So this is the science of change, and I'm going to walk you through some of the basics here. So we move from knowledge to experience to embodiment. So knowledge, experience, embodiment. Hi, Liz. Good to see you. So knowledge is the part of the journey, and you could even say before that, there's the initiate phase. So this is the phase when you know that there's something more for you, you know that you want to go deeper, and oftentimes this comes about through great pressure and intensity. And many of us, have experienced that. So that's the initiate phase. It's like you're just opening the doors, you're coming out of the birth canal, and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that this was possible, or that this was even here for me. So that's the big moment of opening on the spiritual journey. So you could even say that's before the knowledge philosopher part. So initiate to philosopher, or I like to call it the seeker. So this is when you're reading the spiritual books, you're starting to gain all of that information that you can. This is when you're seeking and looking for information. This is still very mentally based. And Liz, let me know if you can't hear me. I'm trying out a new audio device here. But we're trying out new beliefs, new thoughts here. So this is the knowledge phase. This is the philosopher seeker phase. And this is when really you're starting to challenge and become more aware of your beliefs that are driving your life that you may not have been aware of yet. Then we move into the experiential part of the spiritual journey. So from the philosopher, the thinking, the believing part, into the experiential, actually experiencing it yourself. So you can read all the books you want, but if you don't actually start to apply it, it doesn't come down into the mental, the physical, spiritual experience. It doesn't fully come down. That's why there can be a temptation, and I'm speaking with love to you academics, to hang out in the mind. And I get it, I love it too. But if we stop there, if we stop from the initiate to the knowledge phase, then we're not bringing it down into our experience. And there's something daunting about that, right? There's something very personal about it because it starts to become personal when you get into this phase. This is the experience. This is the thinking. This is the experience. So this is the practitioner phase. You're doing the work. You're exploring for yourself. So we let the analytical mind have its moment. We start to bring it down into the body, into the personal experience. And then we are in the embodiment phase fully. We are actually starting to integrate and know and be. You are now the mystic. You are now the master, if you want to use that word. So, and this isn't like sometimes people get a little caught up on that part of like it having to look a certain way, but all of us go through these phases in various ways in our day to day. There is a higher level component to it as well, but I like for us to think about this in terms of our day to day. Am I mostly in my mind, in my beliefs? Am I thinking and ruminating? Am I bringing it into my experience, into my body? And am I becoming it? And that becoming part is the wisdom part. That's when you have transitioned from thinking, believing into knowing and being. And that's where wisdom comes in. And nobody, once you have that experience, and you'll have multiple of these experiences over your lifetime, that's a quantum shift. Like once you know something to be true, you know it to be true. And you can't go back. You can't unsee what you've seen. You can't unknow what you have integrated. So this is the mystic phase. I like to call it that. So knowledge, experience, embodiment. And then another thing that I want to offer us up today is the mechanics around creation. So there's a lot to this, but just to touch the surface today, we have thought and emotion. These are the two components in your experience that you can directly influence to create your present moment, which is the only moment that there ever is. There's only one. So thought and emotion have a very tight relationship in this reality. We won't get into how that might shift in other dimensions, but this is the realm of the mind. This is the realm of the body. Thought and mind, body and emotion. And this relationship in this direction from thought to emotion, from mind to body is experience. That's the experience that you're having. And then from body back to mind, that's the integration of the experience. The integration of the experience. And this is how we're creating in our day to day. Now, most of us are not too aware of the thoughts that we're thinking. And one of the amazing things about meditation is the first step is not calm, it's not peace, it's awareness. Just becoming aware of those thoughts. Without judgment, just becoming aware of them. Because as soon as you're aware of them, you are already starting to choose in that moment. And it's subtle at first, but then it starts to pick up momentum. And this creates your world, this creates your present moment, this creates your identity. This relationship between thought and emotion. So there's rewiring that can happen as you get more familiar with this relationship here. You can start to experiment with your thoughts and the impact that it has on your how you feel, your emotions. You can start to choose differently. And then you can start to notice how that feels and what you think about it. That's the integration. Like, oh, that was my heart opening. I felt that in my body. That was an emotional experience. That was my body responding to my mind. What does that mean? That's the other side of the loop. That's the integration side of it. So when you get mastery over this, you can start to create in whole new ways in your life. This is manifestation. You can use that word, but it's creation. It's conscious creation. And this is happening in every moment, no matter what. You just get the opportunity to become a conscious creator and not just a reactionary. So this is really core to being able to rewire through neurogenesis, neuroplasticity, and Start to optimize for emotions and feelings that feel good to you. What do you want to experience more of? We do this visioning work in the SoulPod retreat. Is what is it? We can really zero in on this based on your desires. What is it that you want to experience more of? Is it awe? Is it connection? Is it clarity? Is it freedom? Is it relief? And we can start to bring that into the physical experience. And then there's this feedback loop that can start to happen, which is really exciting. So this is foundational. Now we're going to do a Kriya for the throat center. And as I've talked about before, the three triangles, well, really two triangles that intersect, the lower triangle and the upper triangle, we're moving into the upper triangle of experience. And so when we move into these elevated centers, we're working with different elements in the Kriya. So you'll notice in today's practice, we're going to be working with our voice quite a bit, with the throat, with vibration. And this can be a little crunchy for some people, especially if you're having some challenges, and a lot of people do, especially with the second center and the throat center. If you have second center imbalances or challenges, you likely have throat center imbalances and challenges. So the beautiful thing about this Kriya is that you can start to work through those without having to think through them too much. Just allow it to move. Allow your vibration, your voice, your frequency to be whatever it wants to be today. It doesn't have to sound any particular way. So we'll experiment with that. And as far as the throat center, a few things to think about. One, from a liberation current, so that's from the bottom up current of your central channel, of your inner technology. That's the letting go of anything that's not you. And in relation to the throat center, that letting go of anything that's not you is anything that's not your truth. Anything, any fears that are holding you back from being authentically expressed to the highest possible way. So what is this is an authenticity center. And it's expression, but it's beyond that. It's vibration. So thought has a vibration. Emotions have a vibration. How coherent are those frequencies between what you think, how you feel, and what you do? That is coherence, is when all of that is aligned and it's not pulling on each other. It's not competing in different ways. If you're thinking one thing, but you're doing another, or you're feeling one way and you're thinking another, like all of that can be out of whack. And the throat center is really asking for you to find that coherence in your voice and what you're thinking, what you're saying, and what you're doing. Your word is your wand. Spelling, casting a spell with words. That's our mode of communication in this realm. It's a somewhat limited mode of communication. We won't get into that today, but it is the mode that we have. And so, what spells are we casting in our life? How much are we focused on the power of what it is that we say to ourselves in our minds and what it is that we say to others in our experiences? Can we bring more presence to that? And can we cast those spells very intentionally? Not talk bad about ourselves in our minds. And that's what meditation will help bring to the surface. Now, from the manifestation current, which is coming down, from a throat center perspective, this is all about manifesting or speaking or writing. And I'll give you an example. If you're writing a book, this idea is coming out of the ether. It's coming through your experience. You're formulating it, you're seeing it, you're imagining it, you're connecting to the energetics of it in the third eye. And then you're starting to bring it form here at the throat. It's the first center where an idea is starting to become manifest in this realm. So I'll give you an example for SoulPod. I first had the idea a few years ago, and I started to talk about it a little bit. I started to sketch things out a little bit. That is throat center work. That is starting to bring shape through thought, what you're saying and what you're doing. So that's what the throat center wants to be able to do with ease, is to allow that information, that inspiration, that idea, and it can be anything. It can be a recipe for cooking. It can be how you want to show up in the world, how you want to present, how you want to speak. It can be small and it can be big. But it wants to flow here. It wants to find its way. It wants you to cast your spell into the world. That's the manifestation current with the throat center. All right, talking. Any questions? You good, Liz? All right. So we'll set up for our practice here. You're going to want some space to move and a bolster if you have it for meditation. And we will dive in here. Get the see how loud that music will be. Okay, tuning in. You can tune in however you like, but I'm going to tune in with the Adi mantra. Bringing your palms together, pressing your palms together. Deep breath in, out through your mouth. Deep breath in to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And connecting with your intention for your practice today. What are you ready to release from your throat center? What way of expressing is no longer serving you? Maybe setting an intention to allow your truth to meet you more fully, to understand it more clearly. Deep breath in through your nose. Soft release through your mouth. Releasing your hands from prayer. Coming down onto your seat. And finding Sufi circles here. Inhaling as you move forward. Exhaling as you move back round. Inhaling forward. Exhaling round. Inhaling forward, all in and out through your nose. Exhaling, rounding back. Seeing how connected you can make the breath. Long and deep, drawing the breath all the way down into your lower lungs. Loosening up your hips. And switching direction. Eyes are closed, gazing at the space between your eyebrows. Inhaling to center, holding the breath at the top, tightening your pelvic floor. This is the muscles of elimination. Holding for as long as you comfortably can, exhaling through your mouth when you're ready. And then moving, this is like a swivel. It's the same movement, but it's up in the spine a bit. So through the chest, forward, rounding back. It's almost like a 360 cat-cow in the upper spine. Doesn't require a ton of movement, so take it slow. And if you feel any tension in the spine, the best thing to do is just to slowly move back and forth in that area until it loosens, but no aggressions needed. Just really gentle, staying connected with your breath. And other direction. And then inhale, hold the breath, welcome the breath, sustain the breath. Exhale. And then we're going to turn to the left with the neck, and we're going to say wah. That's W-A-H-E, wah. But we're going to do it with an inhale. Like you're opening the mouth, allowing the air to go all the way back into the throat. And it's like a whisper. And then this will be to the left. Inhale, exhale, guru, to the right. Guru means bringer of light. Nice and slow, take your time with this. Doesn't have to be fast. Inhale to center through your nose, holding the breath at the top. Exhale through your mouth. You can either stay in easy pose here, or this posture can be really nice in rock pose, which is coming back on your heels. And then we're going to go into Sapana Mudra here, Charlie's Angel's Mudra. pointer finger up, rest of the fingers here clasped up over your head, and you're pointing straight up over your head. And then we're going to do our first breath of fire here. Stay relaxed through your shoulders. Beautiful, keep going. You're pushing the air out with breath of fire. On the exhale, forcing the belly up and in, forcing the exhalation out. Naturally, the air flows back in on the inhale. Pumping the belly. Inhale, hold the breath at the top, sustaining the breath, tighten the pelvic floor, your muscles of elimination, push the belly out slightly, slight pulses through the tension in your lower abdomen, and release when you're ready. Slowly, palms come down. Face up on your thighs. Notice that. Where is the energy moving? Where is it tense, stagnant, without judgment, just noticing? Noticing your throat space, the front of the throat, the sides of your throat, the space all around your throat, your cervical vertebrae. Now we're going to move into using our voice a little bit here. And the mantra we're using is Sa Ta Na Ma. Really simple, really potent. This is referring to the cycles of life: birth, death, rebirth, infinity. Sa Ta Na Ma. And so what we're going to be doing, the posture is seated, Gyan Mudra, which is pointer finger and thumb together. Up on your thighs. Review here. And we're going to start out with chanting Sa Ta Na Ma on the breath. So you'll notice my belly is going to go a little bit in on each one. There's a little bit of pumping of the breath here. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. I'm going to walk us through some cycles. We'll move into a whisper, silent, whisper, loud, and then we'll close. Closing your eyes, embracing the moment. Starting your mantra here. I'm going to bring the music down a little bit. Sa Ta Na Ma. 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 Keep on going. Don't be afraid to get loud with it, to allow it to move through your throat space. Allow the mantra to do its work. Play with it. sa, ta, na, ma, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Notice your body as you chant. Do you tense up anywhere? Relaxing the body as you continue. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Now moving into a whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Now moving to silence, just chanting the mantra internally. Allow it to move through you. Now back to a whisper. Louder. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Now even louder, really go for it. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Inhale. Hold the breath. Tighten your pelvic floor. And release. Take a moment to notice what you notice. Where is that activating in you? Paying attention to the subtle information. We'll inhale the shoulders up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And then I welcome you to come into rock pose here, sitting back on your heels. Clasp Venus grip with your fingers. So we're getting a nice grip here. This is the mudra. We're going to place it behind us. Ooh, back crack there. And then we're going to, this is called the bound Buddha. So we're going to go down like we're diving into the ground, and the arms are going to come up as far as you comfortably can behind you. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. You're going to feel the pull across the chest. Inhale up. Tighten the pelvic floor. Exhale. Release the arms. Taking a moment. Allowing the tension, the prana, the energy to distribute. And when you're ready, you can come on a bolster if you like, or into easy pose. And then we're going to come out with the left hand, your left palm up. This is like the perfect sweater for this. I love it. Palm facing up on the left, palm facing down on the right. Palm up on the left, palm down on the right. Now we're going to inhale to the left through our nose. Exhale through the mouth to the right. Inhale left through the nose. Exhale through the mouth to the right. Find your own rhythm. This is called the soaring voice posture. Take your time. Welcome the tension in the shoulders. Moving the belly with your breath. And inhale. Bring the arms in slowly as you exhale. Into the heart center, but just apart with the hands. Holding here. Noticing the energy from the base of your spine, your seat, to the very top of your head. Notice the microcurrent crossing that vertical current through the heart space. And then bring the palms together. Bringing it all together here, coming off your bolster, coming into frog. Now frog is on the balls of your feet. So up on the balls of your feet, heels are touching. Balls of your feet, heels are touching, fingertips to the ground. This is our inversion for today. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Finding your own rhythm. Exhale. Allow yourself to dangle. Nice stretch through the back of the legs. Inhale to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. Then exhale down, brushing the floor. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Moving how it feels intuitive to you. What feels good today? Feel complete and with a hinge at the waist hanging. And then finding your way all the way down to your bolster for the meditation. Get a drink of water if you need it. Jot in your journal anything that came up so far. Find your seat. The mudra for this meditation that I'm called to today is called the Akash mudra. So it's like Gyan mudra, except the middle finger is connecting. The middle finger is connecting. Instead of the pointer finger, the middle finger. So it's a little, it will feel a little bit different if you're used to Gyan mudra. But it's going to help us reach that upper triangle a little bit easier. So find your mudra, find your seat, get comfortable. Relax your shoulders, reach up tall through the very tops of your spine. Tuck your chin in slightly, finding length from your seat to the top of your head. Relaxing the shoulders. Deep breath in through your nose. Soft release through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose. Soft release through your mouth. Start to turn your attention inwards. Start to give your analytical mind permission to release as you embrace the higher mind. As you notice the space between thought, behind thought. Remembering that you are not your thoughts, that you, with a capital Y, sit behind them. The awareness that is aware. This awareness does not seek to know itself, because in its awareness, it already knows itself. It is pure awareness. Experiencing worlds through perception. Staying connected to your breath, noticing the very base of your seat, seeing a light there, sensing in and around that space, noticing how your seat shifts in that awareness, your hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your feet, all coming online in energy, in heightened awareness. Or rather, the realization that that awareness has always been there. The mind has just not witnessed it. Allowing more consciousness to enter your experience. And as you do, you notice that first center start to light up, expand, and the gates open, allowing more energy to flow into your central channel. Bringing that awareness up your spine to the second center, your low back, your lower abdomen, saying to yourself here, I'm supported. I'm supported in my purpose. I have everything I need in this moment. I am safe to be authentically who it is that I am. Moving that energy into your third center, your solar plexus. The doing of our lives, powered by our purpose. Deep breath in through your nose. Soft release through your mouth, becoming less and less matter and more wave. Embracing the dimensionlessness, embracing spaciousness. Feeling the spaciousness below you, above you, all sides of you. Noticing that energy, that gate that is now open from the first center to the third center, meeting your heart space, your upper back, your chest. Planting an idea here, a memory, a thought that opens your heart, that allows love to rush in. Feel it now. Gently coaxing and inviting your heart space to expand. That is safe to feel deeply. It's safe to feel something new. It's safe to receive love. Staying connected with your breath, land your awareness in your throat space, your cervical spine, the front of your throat. And ask yourself, what wants to be expressed here? What wants to be known? What aspect of my truth have I not given myself over to? and listen for the answer. Tilt your head back slightly, chin upwards. Allow that current to move. What wants to be created through you? What do you need to release? Drawing your chin back down. Take a moment to sit in this expanse. Gently calling yourself back. Inviting that loving intelligence to rain down over you, meeting the top of your head, your forehead, the back of your head, your jaw, down into your throat. The spiritual light activating every single cell of your body, harmonizing between your mind, your body, and your spirit. Down into your chest, your arms, your mid-back, your lower back, landing in your pelvis, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your feet. Deep breath in through your nose, soft release through your mouth. Release the mudra. And bring your palms together. Palms to come together at your heart. Deep breath in through your nose. Soft release through your mouth. Welcoming yourself back to a new time, a new space, new body. And connecting with your intention. How did it meet you? How did it move with you? How did it release you? What did it initiate? Deep breath in through your nose. Soft release through your mouth. And with this shifted frequency and vibration, this love in our hearts, sending it to someone who might need it today. Maybe it's someone you know. Maybe it's somebody you don't know. Maybe it's a whole entire nation or the whole entire planet. Reminding ourselves that that love is infinite. It is not a limited resource. Sending that out through our breath, inhaling, soft exhale. Tuning out with one long Sat Nam, I am truth. Sat Nam, inhaling to tune out. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Slowly take your time coming back into the room. That mudra can be very floaty. So don't be surprised if you're a little floaty with this Kriya and this meditation. And maybe jot some things down in your journal. This is the throat Kriya. So expression is in many forms. Writing is one of them. And so you're going to want to just write without thinking too much in your journal. You'll be surprised what comes through. Any thoughts, any ideas, And if no thoughts or ideas or words come, then just draw a photo or draw a picture. It's a better word. There we go. Draw a picture, whatever comes to mind. Don't be surprised if you have some throat stuff kind of moving through in the next day or so. It can come in all kinds of forms. You might want to go outside and yell into the forest. You might want to write something. You might want to have a conversation that you've been putting off, maybe. You might want to express to somebody how much they mean to you. You might want to start sketching out that business idea, that book idea. Doesn't have to look any particular way, but those pings, and start to notice them. All right, any questions? How you doing there, Liz?
I'm great. Thank you so much. It was
Hi.
incredible. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Any questions that you have?
No, I don't think anything right now, but I will see what comes up maybe in the next 12 hours or so.
Yeah,
I'll certainly reach out to you.
definitely. Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you to
thank you for leading this.
everybody. Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. I like this one a lot. It's a little different. Moves things in a new way. And thank you to those listening on the replay. As always, you have any questions, anything comes up, you can always reach us at support@soulpodapp.com. Until next time, thank you. Have a good night.